We'll find out. Let me know how jittery it is on the service. You join me at a very exciting time as I make a cup of tea here on the side of the mountain. I am hiked in for the night and yeah, basically just ready to rock and roll. That is a tricky stove to light. It is actually snowing where I am, just up here in the mountains. I'm in the Lake District at the moment. I didn't know there was going to be snow up here at all. I'm at a really pretty spot, just wild camping for the night. There we go, making myself a cup of tea. I've been here, been walking in the Lake District. I'm all set up for night, ready to wild camp out. I'm just watching the mountains currently. There's a bit of snow setting. It's getting nippy tonight. I think it's dropping down. I'm at about 650 meters, something like that. Yeah, but it's been a good day. It's been a really good day. A little bit tired, not gonna lie. It's a bit of a walk up here to where I am tonight, but yeah, it should be good. I think the best bit about this is I've got an extraordinary view across the mountains. I'll show you guys in a little bit, and I'm hoping for a spectacular sunrise too. That's what I'm hoping for. If I can get a good sunrise from here, it should be good. I'm currently just a little bit over from Helvellyn, and found a little crag for the night to bivvy out and sleep out. My setup is literally just over there. I can't reach that far back. And yeah, I've done Helvellyn sunrise quite a lot of times. I'm hoping sunrise from here is going to be just as spectacular. And the weather forecast looks pretty good for it as well. So I thought I'd jump on live for a little bit. I've never done this before, so who knows. I'm sure says everyone who does their first live. If you've got any questions, drop them below. Not that anyone will, but you know, if you do. Anyway, my tea's ready, so I've got to attend to that. Oh, maybe there is a question. Hi mate, love your videos, keep it up. Ah, fantastic. That's great, thank you for that. I do love this little stove. I bought it for a video I did a little bit ago. Kind of got flamed for that video, but there we go. I kept the stove because I really like it. A little bit better than my Jetboil and a little bit newer too. It comes out on all my adventures now. We are going to be cooking something slightly extraordinary tonight for dinner. That's the plan. We've got white wine. We've got cream with us. We've got chicken. We've got herbs. We're going to be doing a chicken in white wine sauce with rice here in the mountains. Before I started doing these videos, I'd just cook. I'd normally freeze dried food. I'm not going to lie. Maybe some noodles and some tuna, and then at some point, you get to a point where you're like, oh, no, I've got to do something different. I've got to do something interesting. And I started doing something interesting. I can't remember what I first did. I think it was the Christmas dinner in a mountain bothy that I cooked. And then I came away from that video and it did quite well, and you suddenly start coming out into the mountains and thinking, oh, maybe I'll have to cook something slightly more elaborate than I cooked the previous time, and the previous time, and the previous time. And yeah, James Oliver, how are you? Not gonna lie, a little bit cold. Well, only on my hands am I a little bit cold. Apart from that, not too bad. A little bit knackered, had a bit of a wander up here. Today it was about 3 hours walk into the mountains to where I am tonight. And yeah, I'll definitely sleep well. I always sleep well on these wild camps because I normally hike in a bit of an extraordinary way. Normally it's into some remote bothy in the middle of nowhere. However, tonight it's kind of in a cabin that you'll see in the video to come. But yeah, overall I'm pretty good actually, which is nice. Yeah, and apart from my hands pretty toasty, I do have about every means of polar glove possible. But they're all in my wardrobe at home, obviously, because, you know, who remembers to bring anything useful with them out on a wild camp ever? Maybe I can position the camera so you guys can see the view that I've got. Let me see if I can do this. Me and all my technical skill. Kind of. Look at that, folks. That is the view that I've got tonight on my little wild camp. I've just been filming a segment. Not bad at all for an evening. It's going to be pretty epic to wake up to that too. There's nothing like a warm cup of tea to finish the day off when you've had a long hike in. I have actually, ironically, got cream for tonight's dinner, which I probably should have put in my cup of tea. I defo could have done that. I suppose cream's more of a coffee thing. Or could you put it in tea? I guess you could put it in whatever you want. However, on account of no milk and no cream in this, it is just a black cup of tea here in the mountains. It surprised me the snow that's up here at the moment. There's actually quite a bit of snow. I live back in Lancashire, and there's no snow there currently. There hasn't been for quite a while, and I have been up in the lakes, but clearly not in the right part of the lakes, because it turns out in, I'm going to call it the Central Fells, probably, where I am right now, there's actually a fair bit. There is a snow line, about 550 metres or so. There's been quite a bit of snow in the lakes this year, and it's been lovely to get out into it. When there was a ridiculous amount, the lakes was like almost inaccessible. In fact, you didn't even have to come to the Lake District because it was just countrywide. If anyone on this live is from the UK, then you'll know what I'm talking about. That was a few weeks back. There was people skiing on Helvellyn. There was igloos being made. It was just like insanity. I mean, we don't see that much snow here. I'm out in Scandinavia next week on holiday and doing a few other bits of filming as well. And yeah, it's going to be great to be out there and see all the snow. But actually, the UK's not disappointed this year, to be honest. I've been out in Iceland a little bit guiding too out there, and I've got to be honest, I think I've probably seen more snow in volume in this country this year than I have in Iceland, which yeah, is a little bit weird. Normally there's absolutely loads over there, but just not quite as much. But it's nice to see the Lake District get its dusting of snow. There's been a little bit up in Cairngorms too, obviously over in Glencoe as well. Not really made it up that far this year, but hopefully in the next few weeks I might head up to Ben Nevis and do some bits up there. I normally do winter guiding on Ben Nevis, but it's just not been the year for it, so I've not been up. Spent a lot more time locally and a lot more time abroad as well. He's dead. Oh, there's a comment in a language I don't understand. Maybe I would like to say it's spam, but potentially it could be a follower from another country. So hello to you if it is. But I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Can't read that. Let me go back to the view again. I'm gonna be struggling. been really enjoying making the videos that I've been doing. It's been really, really fun, and you know what? It's got me out a lot more over the winter. I'm normally out quite a bit, but it makes you go out every single week and think up something fun and crazy to do. And I think I've really enjoyed that about making the videos. Whether it's been a mountain bothy that I've gone to, or it's been a 50-year-old tent like last week, it's just been fun to go and do all those different bits and pieces, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them too. Most of the feedback's been pretty good overall, so it's good to know people are enjoying what I do. We hit 2,000 subs too. That was like a big deal for me. When I started kind of back at this again, I was at about 1,200 or something like that. And yeah, we've been gaining subscribers quite rapidly, or for me quite rapidly anyway. I mean, when I say rapidly, I'm on about, oh no, someone else in foreign language. I don't understand that, but I'd love to. Just suffering. Lots of frost. Yeah, no, it has. I think it's been a cold winter here in the UK. I really think it is. I'm hoping a cold winter means that it's going to be a really spectacular summer. That's the one thing we haven't seen in the last couple of years. I own a little water sports centre down in Lancashire, and we do paddleboarding, we do kayaking, we've got inflatables there, and I've owned it for 3 years now, and in those 3 years we've not seen a half decent summer. And yeah, it's surprisingly been actually quite successful, but it'd be really lovely to get to a 6-week holiday, or just like June, July, August, to see some really, really nice weather. August was busy in the end anyway last year, because I think people just broke with the weather. They were like, let's get outside. I don't know what it's like down south, or has been like down south the last couple of years, whether it's been as pants as it has been in the north, but northern summers in the UK have been pretty dire, that's for sure. You know, my favourite... Let's hope so. Yeah, definitely. One of my favourite games to play and sit in the Lake District. I've spent about 5 years walking around here now, probably every single week, walking different fells in the Lake District. My favourite games to play is just to look out at a landscape and see how many you can try and name, how many of them are Wainwrights, where have you been. It's incredible. If anyone walks an area like really regularly, and then you kind of get out there and you know, you understand like how much ground you've covered from all these different places. It's amazing. Let me try and take this off the tripod and show you guys where I'm staying. Let's get the power bank as well. There we go. Okay, so I'm in this little cavern. As I said, we're just over from Helvellyn a little bit. Ooh, come through the drips. But check that out. That is my accommodation for the evening. That's where I'm going to be staying. I've got my bivy bag set up just in there, and then I've got that really epic view as well. Here, you're right on the edge of this big drop as well. We're on the edge of this huge crag, but it is really, really cool. It's not the biggest cave in the world. It only reaches about 10 meters across and then goes 4 meters back. But it is pretty epic. You can come over this way a bit and you get a feel for the drop off that edge as well. There you go. Straight down. And you can see that snow line there as well. God, I gotta go back because I'm getting dripped all over. I'll show you my little bivvy setup too.